Well, for musical students interested in hands-on, in-depth exposure to the jazz form, the Patel Conservatory has the perfect summer camp. The Summer Jazz Intensive is signing up now.
That's right. Instructor and musician Matthew Weimuller is back with all of the details. Matthew, welcome back. How have you been?
Been great. Thank you so much. So happy to be back.
Oh, we love chatting with you.
I know. It's fascinating. We're going to hear you play in just a little bit.
Yes.
But let's talk about jazz, because this is going to be a big week coming up in July that you're inviting people to come up and sign up for camp.
Yes. So we have the Summer Jazz Intensive Camp. It's July 15th through the 19th. It's Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we take students from as young as being in 7th or 8th grade, so 13, 14 years old, all the way up to college. And it's really more about exposing people to the style of jazz music. We want people that have kind of just started out, maybe a little bit, they have a kind of a basic understanding of their instrument, so we don't necessarily teach them the technical parts of their instrument, but expose them to the style and genre of jazz music. We put them into small and large ensembles, and those ensembles consist of saxophone, like I have right here, or trumpet, trombone, clarinet, flute. Sometimes we have tuba. I would even invite somebody who has a kazoo if they want to come and learn jazz.
That might be our level, right?
And then we have a rhythm section to accompany them, piano, string or electric bass, drum set, and guitar. And we have a bunch of different sessions throughout the day. We do stuff on ear training where we teach them to listen to the music and try to identify certain aspects of it. We put them into ensembles where we teach them what are called the forms of the style of the music. Basically, it's kind of the building blocks and the background of the song, so they actually can understand what they're doing when they're improvising.
Yeah.
That's kind of the focus of the group, is to teach them how to improvise.
Well, and real quickly, if I can get in here, because I want to address your background, and
Yes.
this is why we love you so much, of just kind of overcoming adversities and the challenges that you have and what music has done for you, because you are indeed, I want to remind people, you've been here before, but completely blind.
Yes.
But that does not stop your music ability and the fact that you were able to teach so many
Thank you.
students.
Thank you. Yes. I always tell people, you want to turn your disadvantages into an advantage, and that's something I've definitely been able to do with music. I was really into sports as a young child, and at a certain point, probably because more of my athletic ability than my eyesight, but decided that sports was not going to be a professional baseball player. So I got into music when I was, about 10 or 11, and very influenced by my family, and started out on piano and organ, and then like most typical kids, got into band, and went up to Florida State and got my degrees in music performance and came back. And something I actually do talk a little bit about, I don't get a chance to teach too many students with disabilities, but it's really great whenever I have a kid. We currently have a couple kids who are on the spectrum, and it really does enrich students' lives with music. I'm currently also trying to champion the cause of Braille music, which is how I read. It's a 6-dot code. It was a 6-dot rectangle, and they actually have some computerized programs that they're trying to develop to be able to print out Braille music. So.
Oh, that's
wow.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious. You talked about your background being in all sorts of music, and before we get to hear you play, what is it about jazz?
Well, jazz is a very I would say diverse and inclusive art form. A lot of people say that it's kind of a mixture of a bunch of things it came out of the blues, like B.B. King and Ray Charles. It includes funk, it includes some aspects of hip hop and R&B.
Oh.
So it's really a mix, mash of the music, and so that's why I tell the students coming in that it doesn't really matter what background they're coming from. They can definitely get something out of it.
Well, let's get something out of you right now. We want to hear you. Again, we didn't even get to the other class that's starting up right after Labor Day. You're going to have to come back and tell us more about that. We'll put details, though, on the website. In the meantime, sign up now for the summer camp that's going on in July, and we're going to go ahead and hear a special performance now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.